Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. This is Rich from Rich TV Live, and today I wanted to look into Universal mCloud Corp. Hope you guys had a great weekend. Hope you're having a great start to the day. And this is a company that I've been looking at a lot, and I think it's starting to find a bottom, guys. Now, if you look at the 1 year chart, you can see that they've been as high as 62 cents in Canada, and they're currently trading right now at 37 cents. And the bottom was at 28.5 cents last December. So in my opinion, I believe that they are approaching a buy. Now, if you could see the way it's been trading, it's been much higher. Like it was at 45.5 cents in March, and it's been coming down. It's been as low as 35 cents last month, and it's right now at 37.5 cents. So seems to me like it's creating a floor here. See how it's getting really choppy, but it's not going down aggressively? It seems to be creating a floor, and I believe that this is a company that has a lot of potential. I'm going to break it down. Hey, thank you guys for joining me this morning. How you doing, AJ? How you doing, Roy? How you doing, Asif? How you doing, Demir? Yeah, today I want to look at Universal mCloud. The symbol is in Canada mCLD, and the symbol in America is mCLDF. And if you look at the chart and you see what I see a company that is starting to find a floor. It's very vital for me when I look at companies is where is the chart? Is it closer to the bottom? Is it closer to the top? You could see here, it hasn't had too many big dips over the last few months, but it's been way, way higher. So is there a chance to make a double here? In my opinion, I think there will be, and I'm going to break down why. So let's get into it. And this is richtvlive.com. You can find everything you need to know. Click on share info, and we're going to break down the share structure. Good morning, Mary. How you doing? You know, I love to bring you guys companies that I think are underappreciated, undervalued, and underexposed. And this is a company in the artificial intelligence sector. And if you know anything about me, I love technology. I love artificial intelligence. I think artificial intelligence is the future. And I love this company. 150 million total shares, 152 million total in the float. So reasonably strong share structure. Priced right, still well under $1, and a company that a lot of people are starting to cover. And we're going to break it down right now. So, mCloud, creating a more efficient future. AssetCare trademark uses AI, artificial intelligence, and analytics to maximize the health and performance of critical energy infrastructure. Absolutely love artificial intelligence, using AI to create a sustainable world. With solutions for smart buildings, wind energy, utilities, and oil and gas, mCloud is curbing energy waste, maximizing energy production, and getting the most out of critical infrastructure all over the world. And if you guys have been watching Rich TV Live, you know that I interviewed the CEO, and I haven't talked about this company for a while because they've been pretty quiet. But there's been some news that's come out recently, and I wanted to break it down today because typically when a company's quiet or it's down is the best time to buy. So that's just kind of the way my brain thinks. When it's quiet and down and the stock is not going down, but it's starting to hit a floor, starting to show some strength and consistency, that's when you want to buy it before the next big run up. And I feel like this is going to start running at some point. Learn how AssetCare saves building operators up to 20% in their peak demand energy costs. You can see all the news that is trending, and we're going to get into it right now. Let's see. AI reaches energy management sector. How this undervalued AI upstart promises to revolutionize energy management. Universal mCloud Corp, mCLD on the Toronto Stock Exchange Venture Exchange, and mCLDF on the OTCQB has introduced cloud-based AI, artificial intelligence analytics that could potentially save companies millions of dollars in energy costs. Advances in artificial intelligence, AI, and machine learning are disrupting numerous industries, the latest of which is the energy management sector. Universal mCloud Corp, MCLD, in Canada, MCLDF in America, has developed cloud-based AI, artificial intelligence analytics that effectively replace expensive hardware with low-fee software. This development could potentially save companies hundreds of thousands and even millions of dollars a year. Here's how it works. Companies like Honeywell International Inc. and Siemens AG have been traditionally serving large-scale clients by installing expensive centralized HVAC control systems for their buildings. Universal mCloud Corp is changing the paradigm by running everything through cloud-based AI analytics. Their software is able to monitor and efficiently regulate the temperature of every square inch of a building using AI and machine learning without human intervention. Breaking news. Universal mCloud completes acquisition of Fulcrum Automation Technologies and Autopro Automation. So let's get into that. I've got all these tabs here. Here it is. Universal mCloud completes acquisition of Fulcrum Automation Technologies and Autopro Automation. This news broke July 11th, 2019. How you doing, John Hughes? How you doing, AJ Pa? How you doing, AJ? And how you doing, Fat Nuts? Let me just read some of your questions. Good morning, Rich. Good morning, Rich. Good morning, everybody. Hope you're having a great morning so far. AJ is saying, hey, Rich, did you sell Rivers and SNN? I put a sell order up on Rivers at 327 and a sell order on SNN at 255. I have no idea if they filled because I'm live right now. Once my live stream is complete, I'll take a look. If they don't fill, that's fine. If they do fill, that's good too. I was happy being up potentially $3,000 today, pre-market. I did put my orders up and they didn't go past that right when the market opened. So there's a chance that I didn't get filled, but those orders are up all day. So we'll see what happens. You know, people, right? Why are you selling, Rich? Why? Well, that's why I trade. You know, if I can make a quick $3,000, yeah, I'm going to take it for sure. There's not even a hesitation in me. The only reason why I trade is to win. Okay, so let's get into this big news from mCloud Corp. So Universal mCloud Corp, a leading provider of asset management solutions combining IoT, which I love, Internet of Things technology, which is taking devices and allowing them to communicate, is revolutionary technology. And I love revolutionary technology. So what they do is a provider of asset management solutions combining IoT, cloud computing, artificial intelligence, and analytics. Love it. Absolutely love it. Today announced the completion of its acquisition of Fulcrum Automation Technologies and subsequently Autopro Automation Consultants. We are excited to welcome the Autopro team to the mCloud family as we take AssetCare trademark to oil and gas customers all over the world, says Russ McMeekin, CEO, which I've personally interviewed, mCloud president and CEO. With Autopro's deep domain expertise and reach in industrial process automation, our integrated portfolio of IoT, AI, 3D, and mobile capabilities will let us connect field assets at every stage of production and refinement. The entire Autopro team is looking forward to this next chapter in the history of our company, said Mike Lane, CEO of Autopro Automation. Our customers are constantly seeking to improve their businesses by implementing next-generation technology solutions. mCloud's portfolio of cutting-edge AI service offerings, together with Autopro's deep experience and expertise in industrial process industries, will allow us to help customers achieve an even greater advantage in today's competitive marketplace. With the acquisition of Autopro, mCloud will benefit from an exceptional team that will accelerate the company's development of AI-powered asset management solutions for oil and gas applications, along with a strong base position to adopt mCloud's AssetCare platform. Now, a lot of people are going to be like, Rich, this is not cannabis. What are you doing, Rich? It's important to diversify, guys. This is a company that is dealing with technology, artificial intelligence, machine learning, cloud computing. I mean, these are all hot sectors, okay? Yeah, I love cannabis stocks too, but you got to be willing to diversify a little bit. Not necessarily if you don't want to buy it, that's fine, but just to diversify the way you think. Because if this company absolutely explodes one day and goes to $1, $2, $3, $4, $5, don't you want to get in first? Isn't that what we do here? Hasn't that been our modus operandi since day one? This is why I'm bringing this to you guys. With the acquisition of Autopro, mCloud will benefit from an exceptional team that will accelerate the company's development of AI-powered asset management solutions for oil and gas applications, along with a strong customer base positioned to adopt mCloud's AssetCare platform. As previously announced on April 24, 2019, Autopro is also expected to bring $35 million in revenue and $5.5 million in EBITDA to mCloud on a trailing 12-month basis. There we go. So I'm telling you guys, this is why I read this to you guys. A lot of people are like, Rich, all you do is read the news. No, I don't just read the news, okay? I bring you guys companies and I give you guys opinions based on facts. These are facts. This is factual. This is a company that just acquired a business that is going to be bringing in $35 million a year in revenue. And this company is trading at currently, let's take a look, 37 cents. It's traded 6,000 shares. Nobody even knows who they are. Other than you guys that are watching, it's traded 13,000 shares in America. Nobody knows Universal mCloud Corp. And I'm going to break down to you guys why I think they're going to be so big. So big. The transaction remains subject to the final approval of the TSX Venture Exchange. mCloud received conditional approval for the transaction from the TSX on June 10th, 2019. So about 5 to 6 weeks ago. In addition, the company has entered into a consulting agreement with Falcom International Holdings Limited, pursuant to which the consultant will provide ongoing corporate consulting and advisory services to the company, but not any investor relation services of any kind, as and when requested by the company. In consideration for the provision of such services and subject to the approval of the Toronto Stock Exchange Venture Exchange, the company intends to issue to the consultant common shares of the company at a price per share equal to the greater of 35 cents, or the closing price of the common shares of the company on the TSX Venture on the trading day immediately prior to the date of issuance of the applicable compensation shares. For greater certainty, in accordance with the policies of the TSX Venture, the price per share for all compensation shares will be determined after the dates on which the applicable service has been fully performed by the consultant. Now let's learn a little bit about Universal mCloud Corp, a company which I brought to you guys first, a company I have not forgotten about. Yeah, it's been sleeping a little bit, but while it's been sleeping, it's been acquiring its growth, it's been raising money, and the stock hasn't gone up, but they just acquired a company that's going to bring them $35 million a year in revenue, $5.5 million in EBITDA, and I'm going to break down to you the amount of money they just raised. So there's more coming here. Universal mCloud is creating a more efficient future with the use of AI and analytics, curbing energy waste, maximizing energy production, and getting the most out of critical energy infrastructure. Through mCloud's AI-powered AssetCare trademark platform, mCloud offers complete asset management solutions to 3 distinct segments: smart buildings, wind energy, and oil and gas. Love all 3 sectors. We're talking big money sectors, okay? IoT, Internet of Things, sensors bring data from connected assets into the cloud, where AI and analytics are applied to maximize their performance. Headquartered in Vancouver, Canada, the mCloud family includes an ecosystem of operating subsidiaries that delivers high-performance IoT, AI, 3D, and mobile capabilities to customers, all integrated into AssetCare. With over 100 blue-chip customers, and more than 28,000 assets connected in thousands of locations worldwide, mCloud is changing the way assets are managed. For more information, you can go to mcloudcorp.com. About Autopro Automation Consultants Limited. Autopro Automation Consultants Limited, an mCloud company, is a professional engineering and integration firm that specializes in the design and implementation of high-value industrial automation solutions. As one of the largest vendor independent integration companies in North America, they provide a single source of expertise in all technologies that encompass industrial automation. Autopro was established in 1990 and has 8 locations across Western Canada. For more information, visit Autopro's website at autopro.ca. Autopro is a big name, been around for like almost 30 years. This is a great deal. Now I'm going to bring to you guys more news. Take a look at this. mCloud provides AI solutions to manage assets. Look at all of this. This is pretty impressive. So, company's description: mCloud provides AssetCare Trademark, a subscription-based artificial intelligence AI-powered service to manage the health and performance of critical assets. AssetCare Trademark works by collecting real-time and historical data directly from an asset and providing it to the asset owner via the cloud. The AssetCare Trademark solution provides companies with the ability to analyze this data in a variety of ways, including visual, inspection, and remote assistance. AssetCare Trademark also allows companies to shift from reactive to preventative maintenance, decreasing energy costs and eliminating the opportunity costs associated with downtime. Now, there's a chart here that I'm reviewing, and it says what we do. I want you guys to be able to see this. So what we do: IoT devices, collection of real-time and historical data directly from the asset. So this could be from a computer, this could be from like a phone, this could be from an iPad. When we talk about devices, we are talking about technology. Okay, these are the devices. IoT takes technology devices and allows them to communicate. This is what I love about Internet of Things technology. The cloud. Data is processed in the cloud and provided in real time. Asset owner. Provided with data and analytics in a variety of forms via AssetCare Trademark solution and mission critical asset, rooftop units, wind turbines, and gas compressors. So they're taking this to the next level and communicating with gas compressors, wind turbines, and rooftop units. I mean, this is just next level. Key stats: 100 plus blue chip customers, 30,000 connected assets, 30,000 plus connected assets, and 80% plus recurring revenue. Here's an overview of the products. Agnity description: secure link for mobile and video communications. Key vertical communications. Product CSA description: creates 3D digital replicas. Key vertical: multiple verticals. Product FDSI description: software and analytics for energy optimization. Key vertical: smart buildings. Grain combines high resolution imagery and AI to inspect for damage. Key vertical: defense. And product Autopro description: solutions for process industries such as oil and gas. Key vertical: oil and gas. Now, I want to get into more of their news. So here it is. So I told you guys that they did a financing. Let me just get into some of your questions. Good morning, Scott Norris. Kenitha Smith says, what would be the best over-the-counter penny stock broker that you would recommend? Penny stock broker. In the United States, Alpine Securities is pretty good for penny stocks. So is What would be another good broker? E-Trade is pretty good. You know what? I gotta think about it and give you guys, because I haven't even looked at the penny stock world in so long. I don't even know. But I would say Alpine Securities. I would say E-Trade. Those are some of the best for penny stocks. And I haven't even been dealing with penny stocks for so long, so I can't really tell you because I don't even know. Because I'm kind of getting away from the penny stocks. I'm more focused on the big board stocks. But let me think about it. And I'm sure if any more penny stock brokers come to mind, I'll bring them to you. Big Zini says, Morning Rich, Well, GGI, and DYA, and IPT. Thank you, Big Zini, for your picks. Oberdan Aguilar says, Good morning, money makers. Good morning, guys. Hope you guys are making money today. Crypto Man says, MCLD, great company, Rich. I believe good things are in store for them in the future. Yeah, I think so as well. And I'm going to break to you guys the money they just raised. And Frank says, Rivers is up. Yeah, are you surprised? I bought Rivers on Friday. Of course they're up. I put my sell order on Rivers and Suniva today. I put my sell order on Rivers at 327, and I put my sell order on Suniva at 255. I have no idea if they hit it, but I'll take a look once I'm done this review of Universal mCloud Corp, because I really believe, yes, I also like Interactive Brokers. Thank you for bringing that one. I also like Quest Trade. There's so many. Crypto Man, what else is a good broker in the US? What other brokers in the US can people use? I'm sure you know a few. What is that other one called? But it has to be over a penny. What's that other broker in the US called? Wilson and Davis. Wilson and Davis is actually really good in the US, but you have to be over a penny. As Steve says, what's going on with MTLO and ACB? I think they're just slow right now. It's the summertime. A lot of stocks are slow. You're going to see sneak attacks, but you're also going to see stocks that are trading sideways or even trading down because people are on vacation. All right, let's get into this news that Universal mCloud Corp did a financing. You ready? So remember I told you guys, first they break news, then they raise money. You ready? Universal mCloud Corp, a leading provider of asset management solutions combining IoT, cloud computing, artificial intelligence, and analytics, is pleased to announce it has closed the final tranche of its private placement offering of convertible, unsecured, subordinate debentures for gross proceeds of, are you ready for this? $23,492,800? I say pardon? They just got themselves $23 million. Why would people be investing $23 million if they didn't think that this bad boy was going to go up? I'm just saying, guys. I'm just saying. Why would they do that if they didn't think it was going to go up? Under the offering, the company issued a total of 234,928 debentures at a price of $100 per debenture. What? That makes no sense. For gross proceeds of $23,492,800. What? I have no idea what's going on with this. But additional details relating to the offering are described in the company's May 30th, 2019 press release. That's a very interesting deal. $100 per debenture. So 234,000 shares at a price of $100 per share. The net proceeds received by the company will be used in part to satisfy all outstanding cash obligations of the company in connection with the company's previously announced acquisition of Flow Capital Corp's royalty interest in Agnity Global, and the company's proposed acquisition of CSA Inc., fund ongoing working capital requirements, and fund the proposed expansion of the company's business, including its international operations. The positive response to this offering is validation that investors see the trajectory and pathway to revenue growth, we are on, said Russ McMeekin. So we're still pre-revenue. And when they do go revenue generating, this bad boy is going to fly. This bad boy is going to fly. There's a reason why I'm bringing this to you guys. You know, like, understand. Let's see some of you guys' messages. Frank says Rivers went to 336 and now it's back down to 304. Oh, wow. Yeah, that's a pretty crazy run. SNN went up to 248 today, Rich. Now it's down to 237. So, yeah, I don't know if I got filled on either. But that's okay. I don't mind holding either of them. I'm still up on both. Cryptoman says some decent news on MCLD this morning. And Christopher Sally says, you think Zoomaway is going to hit again? Also, I hit the like button. Pamela Barter is saying mCloud trading at 39 cents. Is it? Is it trading at 39 cents? Let's see. It was at 37 when I brought it first. Oh, look at that. You are correct. It is up and we are green, up 5%. Since I've been talking, this bad boy has grown and it is up now 5%. Let's see the American symbol if it's up. Yep. And we're up 3.62% in America. Is there news? Let's see if there's some breaking news today. Let's see. Maybe they have some breaking news. Let's just see. I'm reading old news. Is there new news? Haha, there is. Here it is. Let's break down the news. Lil says bought the dip on ZYNE up 7%. Genius trading. Love ZYNE. Great trading. So here's the news. Universal mCloud announces first AssetCare trademark deployments for oil and gas customers. This is the news that literally just broke this morning. I just heard about this through you guys. Before I read this, let me just get into what you guys are saying. Alex Castillo saying, waiting to buy some Rivers. I just don't feel the bull market is here, so waiting for a better price. Wheat sector is way too beat up. Yeah, I agree with you. Load up when you're cheap, and if you don't feel like we have hit a pinnacle yet, then trust your gut. So this is the news. mCloud, or the company, a leading provider of asset management solutions combining IoT, cloud computing, artificial intelligence, and analytics, today announced its first deliveries of AssetCare trademark solutions to oil and gas customers on the back of recently completing its acquisition of Autopro Automation Consultants on July 11, 2019. The early customer response we have received around AssetCare for smart oil and gas has been tremendous, said Dr. Barry Poe, mCloud's Chief Product Officer. As part of our efforts to bring the mCloud and Autopro teams together, the plans for rolling out AssetCare to customers have been in the works since the acquisition was originally announced. The fact we are seeing immediate traction with customers is a clear signal that AssetCare is in the right place at the right time in the oil and gas industry. And guess what? We're bringing it to you guys first. Who else has talked to you guys about mCloud? Nobody. The first mCloud application for smart oil and gas is a remote management capability based on technology originally developed at Autopro for client support services. Now part of mCloud's AssetCare platform, mCloud and Autopro recently onboarded this capability at 6 oil and gas facilities in Alberta, Canada, using the AssetCare Software-as-a-Service, SaaS, SaaS model with annual contracted recurring revenues totaling $1 million across these facilities. Man, these guys are going to be so big, guys. In addition to the 6 facilities just connected, mCloud has access to a target market, which according to data from the Canadian and Energy Research Institute, consists of more than 700 midstream oil and gas facilities across Alberta and northern British Columbia that are positioned to benefit from these remote management capabilities. As the company expands its operations internationally, mCloud expects to reach over 14,000 similar facilities in oil and gas centers worldwide. Remote management via AssetCare connects assets at upstream, midstream, and downstream oil and gas facilities, providing field operators with predictive maintenance capabilities that enables operators to get ahead of potential issues before they become serious. This is so big. Solving problems before they become a problem. This is what I like. Let's solve the problem before it becomes a problem. Love it. Maximizing asset uptime and availability. AssetCare also enables access to analytics in a single view that link facility data with control systems data, empowering asset managers to remotely diagnose and take corrective actions without needing to be on site. Love it. The company has numerous other AssetCare applications for smart oil and gas in the works, and these will be unveiled later this year. So guys, there's more coming. Let's read this. About Universal mCloud Corp. MCLD in Canada, guys. MCLDF in America. And remember, your boy brings you these first, okay? Is creating a more efficient future with the use of AI and analytics, curbing energy waste, maximizing energy production, and getting the most out of critical energy infrastructure through mCloud's AI-powered AssetCare trademark platform. mCloud offers complete asset management solutions to 3 distinct segments: smart buildings, wind energy, and oil and gas. IoT sensors bring data from connected assets into the cloud, where AI and analytics are applied to maximize their performance. Headquartered in Vancouver, Canada, the mCloud family includes an ecosystem of operating subsidiaries that delivers high-performance IoT, AI, 3D, and mobile capabilities to customers, all integrated into AssetCare. With over 100 blue-chip customers and more than 28,000 assets connected in thousands of locations worldwide, mCloud is changing the way energy assets are managed. Love this. Just absolutely love this. And you can find all this information right on richtvlive.com. And let's see if there's any changes in the stock. Yeah, 55,000 in volume. The volume is growing, guys. So 55,000 in volume in the US, which is not bad. It's about $15,000 that's run through the stock so far in the US, up 3.79%. And in Canada, let's refresh this. Let's see how they're doing in Canada. 40,000 shares have traded. It's at 39 cents, up 5.4%. Isn't it funny how, like, when I go live and I talk about stocks, they literally go up while I'm live? Man, oh man. Let's take a look at some of you guys' messages. Black Looking Glass says, I'm selfishly hoping Xena takes a dip so I can buy more tomorrow morning. Hey, that's all right. Nothing wrong with that. Pamela Barter says, you are the man, Rich. No, thank you. I appreciate it. Without you guys, none of this is possible. Black Looking Glass says, I see 50 listening and only 7 likes. 7 likes? We need more likes. Black Looking Glass says, like. Yes, thank you. I appreciate you. Alex Castillo says, I see 31 likes. That's better. I like that. Danny Boy K says, Medman's pants are dropping again, currently at 207 US. Could be a buying opportunity, guys. Now, what else do we see here in the news? What else do we see here in the news? So this is an analyst coverage of Let me just finish reading this news on the raise. The positive response to the offering is validation that investors see the trajectory and pathway to revenue growth we are on, says Russ McKeegan, mCloud President and CEO. The proceeds raised will allow us to take the necessary steps to continue expanding our business and introduce our leading AssetCare trademark platform to new customers and segments across the globe. $23 million for a company that has little to no debt is absolutely phenomenal. The company has agreed to compensate finders who introduce purchasers in the offering in connection with the completion of the offering. founders received aggregate cash commissions of $299,355, an aggregate of 598,710 broker warrants, with each broker warrant exercisable for one common share of the company at an exercise price of 50 cents per share for a period of 3 years from the date of issuance. So somebody thinks the stock's going higher. All securities issued by the company under the offering are subject to a statutory 4-month hold approval, which is standard in Canada. It is 6 months on the OTCQB in America and 1 year on the pink sheets in America. The offering is subject to final approval from the TSX Venture Exchange. That's very interesting news. I'm going to read some of this news here. So this is an analyst coverage. Q&A with analyst Gianluca Tucci, Echelon Wealth Partners. So let's take a look at what analysts think about this. Forget about Rich TV. I want to see what the analysts, the experts think about mCloud. So Echelon Wealth Partners is headquartered in Toronto, Canada, is an investment company managing more than $5 billion in assets for approximately 60 advisor teams and their clients. Sectors covered by the firm include technology, industrial, cannabis, healthcare, real estate, mining, telecom, and media. In January 2018, Echelon began covering mCloud. We recently chatted with Gianluca Tucci, an Echelon analyst following the company, to understand why he believes mCloud is a worthy choice for investors. This is interesting. Can you briefly describe your role at Echelon? I am part of Echelon's equity research group covering technology, gaming, and diversified industries. My role is to offer advice to our retail network and institutional clients, including hedge funds, pension plans, and other investment arms that ultimately buy or sell stock through our sales trade desk. What was it about mCloud that initially captured your attention? The company has an unusually aggressive acquisition strategy that you don't traditionally see among smaller companies in the technology sector of capital markets today. mCloud is one of the few technology and software companies that is aggressively pursuing acquisitions as a means of contemplating its core technology, bulking up the size of the company, and achieving strategic objectives as a combined entity. In terms of the landscape today, there aren't that many other companies of similar size and scale that have been pursuing acquisitions as aggressively as they have over the past 2 years or so. So essentially what he's saying is they are trying to acquire their growth. And I love companies that acquire their growth. I mean, a great example of that is Aurora Cannabis. Aurora Cannabis has done a phenomenal job of acquiring their growth. Isaiah Litley says, Rich, you are moving the market. Yeah, this is nothing new, guys. We've been doing that since we started. Alex Castillo says, be careful with NMX. Its sky jumped from 22 to 34 due to potential proposed $600 million investment for the next 3 months. Could drop again. That's a pretty big investment. Isaiah Litley says, I bought more MedMen in the red. Hey, that's the way to do it. Roy calls them Redmen. That's kind of funny. What else do you think separates mCloud from other microcap companies? There is more hidden risk in OTC stocks than other exchanges. There are 1,000,002 things that can go wrong. The key is to have a management team that can adapt to change. I cannot emphasize enough how important management pedigree counts in the small cap world. A large part of the company's success stems from the expertise and collective wisdom of management and its ability to execute on strategy. mCloud's key decision makers coming from the industrial automation areas of Honeywell, GE, General Electric, ExxonMobil, etc. It's like the management team of $1 billion company. That's some praise. That's some high praise right there. To the big decision makers coming from Honeywell, General Electric, and ExxonMobil, that's big. That's big. I think that's one of the reasons that they're so comfortable pursuing the aggressive acquisition strategy. They've been part of it before. They know the things that work. It's intuition at this point. Interesting. That's what sets mCloud apart. I think mCloud's management team's experience helps them think on their feet to deliver on investor expectations and achieve their internal and externally published targets. With management's demonstrated ability to close sizable acquisitions, it's only a matter of time before that translates into increased equity returns. That's big. And guys, we get to get in early and cheap when nobody even knows who these guys are. Isn't that what we want? To get in cheap? Roy says SHMP is up 11%. Isaiah Gardner is saying drop this to the group a few weeks ago back at 14 cents TRNX. Thank you for sharing. And Roy says holding my 800 shares of Redman. Do you see any obstacles to growth? mCloud has the right vertical approach and the right complementary technologies as a combined suite. After the close of their most recent acquisition, you'll start to see the market impact of mCloud's combined value proposition. Obviously, mCloud is competing against some pretty big dogs who have much deeper pockets. However, while they're competing with much larger enterprises with more resources, their competitors' technologies are not as cutting edge or current as mCloud's. Whoa. That's a big statement. In terms of its value proposition and technology, mCloud has something that is pretty unique. I like that. The way that I explain mCloud's technology to people is that it's IoT asset management intersecting with AI and machine learning. It's that combined approach with the automation of data and optimization that it should enable the platform to sell itself. They already have marquee customers that can serve as a reference points for other customers. That's some big praise, guys. What's your opinion regarding the company's current valuation? Well, I rate mCloud as a speculative buy with a 12-month... Whoa! Excuse me? A 12-month price target of $1.10 Canadian. That's big, guys, considering we're at 39 cents. You want to give them a price target of $1.10 Canadian? I like that. I like that. 39 cents to go to $1.10. We're talking almost, that's over 150% upside from here, guys. That's big. That is very, very, very big. I'm kind of surprised that the stock price is currently in the 30 to 40 cent range. However, I think that after they close the financing of the latest acquisition and announce a quarter or two of combined results, you'll start to see an uplift in its equity to catch up with the fundamentals. As mCloud starts releasing actuals or historical results versus pro forma, people will begin to assess and quote it in a different manner and a different light. Because at the end of the day, mCloud is a software as a service, SaaS, high margin, reoccurring revenue business. When the acquisition is closed, I think that it will start to be valued as such. Big, big, big upside. What kind of growth are you expecting in mCloud sector? ARC Advisory Group estimates the remote asset management marketplace will be $27 billion by 2022. The major growth drivers are the declining costs of IoT components, increased demand for IoT solutions, cloud computing, advanced AI and analytics, the increased cost of assets and skilled laborers, and a shortage of skilled labor. mCloud addresses all of these areas inside its offering. It's IoT focused in the cloud. It has a machine learning approach that features advanced analytics. It's tracking mission critical assets and so on. mCloud should continue to be at the forefront of the sector's growth globally, and their addressable market is large. As 5G communications arrives, that will only increase the effectiveness of mCloud's offerings as more data is available in real time and eliminates the latency for decision makers in the marketplace. That is one analyst who is giving them a $1.10 target. I like it. Now let's look at the layered growth strategy and connected assets. So the foundation phase, acquisition of base technology AI and analytics, 3D and mobile communication. And on the right-hand side, become industry standard, fully integrated mCloud offering, machine-to-machine analytics and big data, next generation AI capabilities, and growth phase. The growth phase is an integration of base technology into mCloud applications, smart facilities, smart turbines, and smart oil and gas. mCloud is currently in its growth phase, aiming to expand its offering to verticals which require continuous asset monitoring. Here's the management team, and I actually have interviewed Russ McMeekin. You can see the video on Rich TV Live. And look at this. I mean, his experience is unbelievable with Honeywell, Yokogawa, and KBC. Chantel Schultz, Chief Financial Officer, her experience with NYCE, Clean Seed Capital, and PwC. Their co-founder and Chief Growth Officer is Constantino Lanza, with experience at ExxonMobil, Honeywell, Yokogawa, and KBC. And Chief Product Officer is Barry Poe, with experience at HSBC, Engrain, and Nokia. You can see their board of directors and strategic advisors with tons of experience. You know, Microsoft, Oracle, once again, Honeywell. Seems like they're poaching a lot of people from Honeywell. So I'm going to continue to do more research and continue to look into this more. Who are we? Okay. Where we are today. Foundation phase vertical. Communication, wireless security, HIPAA, mobile networks, mobile voice and data, defense, aircraft, vehicles, and installations. I mean, I love these defense stocks, guys. Smart facilities, HVAC, lighting, transformers, curtail building energy wastes, smart wind, blades, gearboxes, bearings, maximize wind energy production, smart oil and gas, compressors, controllers, valves, optimize production. So you can see mCloud, AI and analytics, technology stack, visual inspection, work order management, remote assistance, performance optimization, condition monitoring, and predictive maintenance. These are some of the services that they perform. Let's just read this. So, foundation communications, mCloud's value proposition: secure enterprise communications, secure carrier grade link for voice and video communications to workers in the field, enables call an expert and virtual remote assistance capabilities on mobile devices, ability to support mobile asset workers via next generation 5G wireless capabilities, enabling industrial IoT based asset management. RealWear supplies head-mounted displays used for mCloud mobile applications, supporting asset management in the field. Love it. So you can literally utilize these services while you're working. Work orders and management from AssetCare trademark to RealWear headsets and mobile devices, dynamic step-by-step instructions, remote work assistance, hands-free documentation using voice input and camera. Wow, it just keeps going and going and going. So there's so much to learn about these guys. I'm going to continue to learn. Let me just get back to some of your guys' messages here. Scott Norris says, I have a long minerals watch list. Most of the mineral stocks are up. Yes. And oil and gas stocks and gold, silver, so many resource stocks that are starting to make moves. Brent Jagger says, how about TTCM? Been loading up for the last 6 months. They've been doing well, Brent. John Hughes says, just smash the like button. Thank you, John. I appreciate you. Christopher Sally says, Martello going down, maybe buy now? Yeah, it's definitely a possibility. John Hughes says, Zena has news. Yeah, I'll take a look at that news a little bit later. I wanted to really focus on this right now. Scott Norris says Zenabis arranges 10 million non-dilutive financing via supply agreement with Starseed Medicinal Inc. Zena's going to be supplying everybody, guys. Don't you see what's happening here? Everybody's buying their cannabis and their CBDs from Zenabis. And Zenabis is raising money without having to do any toxic funding. It's genius. Alex Castillo says Martello could have been a nice pump, but Bruce is somewhere else. So it could go down back to 19 at the price it's a load up. Yeah, 19, I think it's definitely a load up. Roy says Bruce for president at CanTrust. John Hughes says I want Bruce with Aurora. Yeah, he won't be joining any Canadian companies. CR says, has anyone heard of Swish Payment? I haven't. Please let us know. Early Hunter says, good morning. Good morning, Early Hunter. Alice Castillo says, I'm surprised that Bruce doesn't make a position in MTLO, say 20 million of his own money, and become 100% dedicated to the company. It would spike up. How do you know he hasn't? I wouldn't be surprised that he hasn't. He might be taking a position in the open market. Early Hunter says, when can we see your Pat 1 interview? That's a great question. It will be this week. I'm just getting it edited, and it's really long. Not just an interview, but I've done a due diligence video as well, like I'm doing with mCloud, just breaking it down. So stay tuned to that. Now, to get back to this. Executive Q&A with mCloud's Russ McMeekin and Autopro's Mike Lane. So earlier this year, mCloud announced its intention to acquire Autopro Automation Consultants, a firm based in Calgary, Alberta, Canada, specializing in the delivery of process automation solutions for industries including oil and gas. mCloud will combine the AI-powered asset management capabilities housed in the AssetCare trademark platform with the expertise and customer footprint of Autopro to transform oil and gas asset management worldwide. With the acquisition nearly complete, mCloud CEO Russ McMeekin and Autopro CEO Mike Lane sat down to offer their take on the importance of the acquisition and what it means for the future of both companies. What is the history of Autopro? Mike, I started the company 29 years ago in the basement of my house in Grand Prairie, Alberta. Traditional engineering practices being applied at the time for process control and instrument and electrical automation weren't really meeting the customer's needs. We believed that there was a better approach, and that was our fundamental value proposition for the company. The first 10 years of our history was primarily in the pulp and paper industry with a bit of diversification. Then the company made a major pivot into the oil and gas industry, establishing a presence across Western Canada. We grew the company to a couple hundred people over the course of the next decade. After a major disruption in the Western Canada economy, we decided to rethink our strategy plan and figured out how we could continue delivering a high degree of customer value. We were looking for mergers and acquisitions, options to try to supplement our capabilities and reposition ourselves in the marketplace. At the same time, we were making a lot of changes internally to ensure we were a best-in-class performer. The evolution led us to Russ and the mCloud team a few months ago. Love it. Why did mCloud decide to acquire Autopro? Russ, CEO of mCloud. At mCloud, we always envisioned the business operating across three segments. These are the legs of our business: smart buildings, energy, and process industries, including oil and gas. We spent the last 3 years building a foundation for two of those legs: HVAC and lighting for buildings, wind turbine management for energy. Coming into this year, we had a goal of creating a similar foundation for us in oil and gas, and that's when we came across Autopro. Autopro fits the profile of asset doctors in oil and gas. They are the go-to business for major oil and gas providers. They have an exceptional team that has almost 3 decades of experience delivering process solutions with an unblemished track record. Not too many businesses can say that. Being located in Alberta, not only is their business positioned in the oil and gas centers, just so you guys know, if you're not in Canada, Alberta is like the hub for oil and gas, just like how Vancouver is the hub for weed. They're well positioned to bring that know-how to North Dakota, West Texas, Western Australia, Africa, and just about any other part of the world. It's scalable globally. Under Mike's leadership, Autopro was seeking advanced technology that would disrupt the oil and gas market. Their strategic plan melded nicely with our technology. 1 + 1 = 3. Love it. Absolutely love it. Why did Autopro want to be acquired by mCloud? Mike, mCloud brings to the table AI, 3D, IoT, and mobile technologies that will let Autopro distinguish itself from the competition. The Autopro team will be able to create new value for customers led by customer outcomes. The acquisition makes sense. It's much more logical to join up with a business that already creates these technologies than to try to develop those solutions in-house. mCloud has the resources, the technology, and the business practices to help us move forward. We were on the lookout to differentiate ourselves, and it became obvious very fast that this was a great fit. What are the opportunities for mCloud solutions in the oil and gas sector? Mike, we will plug mCloud's AssetCare technology straight into some of the service offerings that we have in the marketplace today and let the platform get to work creating value for customers immediately, which means money, revenue. I love it. In the near term, the hydrocarbon industry in Western Canada, including the upstream and midstream processing of natural gas, is a high-value sector that faces serious challenges because process assets are often remote and highly distributed. They operate in geographic locations that are separate from the expertise that designs, builds, and knows how to optimally operate them. There are many opportunities to improve the operation and maintenance of these assets, all of which are capabilities that mCloud provides. We have a solid plan to grow our business in the coming years with unique access to these capabilities. Are there challenges in marketing digital transformation to the oil and gas industry? Mike, the appetite in the industry to implement these next generation solutions is growing rapidly. I think more of our customers understand what digitization and a shift to the cloud really means. All of our customers appreciate how business is changing because of new technology, and they understand the intricacies of what they're trying to achieve for their customers. That said, they may not need to know how all of this technology works to stay competitive. Going forward, providers like mCloud and Autopro together will be able to help create opportunities by helping businesses subscribe to outcomes rather than buy new solutions. That's a fundamental shift in strategy, and it's gaining momentum. Russ, to build on that, there are other clear drivers for digital transformation in oil and gas. In Alberta, a lot of assets were installed during a boom time across the industry, and these were all deployed with connectivity in mind. In North Dakota, we've seen many such assets installed in the last 5 years or so. It's analogous to the fact that most new cars on the road today are autonomous ready. The infrastructure to support new technology already exists. It's low-hanging fruit for oil and gas companies to boost the ROI of the investments they've already made. Oil and gas companies also need to leverage the latest technologies to avoid catastrophic failures like the Gulf of Mexico oil spill in 2020. Huge problem. The simple fact that there is a limited number of people hours available to each asset, no matter where it is or what it does, making these assets digitally aware lets businesses multiply their efficiency, more time and attention per asset to improve health, productivity, and performance. How complementary are the corporate cultures of the two firms? Mike, at Autopro, we've been focused on improving the way the plants operate. Everything mCloud does absolutely reinforces that mission. Like Autopro, their entire business model is totally focused on creating value, measurable customer outcomes. mCloud is like this irresistible magnetic force that aligns the way we operate. Russ, because of my long history in oil and gas with Autopro, I feel like I'm coming back home to a culture I grew up in. They have great internal processes, and I'm impressed with the relentless focus they have on creating customer value. I recently took a tour with Mike to all the Autopro offices. Everyone speaks a language I can understand. They use KPIs I can understand. it was almost like I had been to these offices before. The cultural fit is great. Like the mCloud team, Autopro has incredible talent with deep technical expertise. Their corporate values and the way they operate are very close to the way we work at mCloud. Love it. So absolutely loving what I see here from Universal mCloud. I'm going to continue to research more. And I mean, there's so much information about this company everywhere. It says right here, buy Universal mCloud for big returns, Echelon Wealth says. Remember, they gave them a price target of $1.10. They're currently at, let's take a look at it. What happened with ZMWIF? I'm not sure. I saw that they were up pre-market today in Canada. So take a look at this. Universal mCloud Corp is up 5.41% since I've been doing this video. They've got news out, which I brought to you guys, and their volume is 64,700, and they've got a price target of $1.10 in the next 12 months. They're at under 40 cents. And in the US, let's see how much volume they've traded. Wow, so traded 68,000 shares in America, up 3.52%. Love to know what you guys think of this video. If you like the video, smash the like button, comment down below, share the video everywhere, and remember, if I win and you win, we all win. This is your boy Rich from Rich TV Live, bringing you Universal mCloud Corp. I believe it's one of the best stocks to invest in 2019. I think in 2020 it goes way higher, and they've got a funding partner in place. They've got great partnerships in place. They're in the artificial intelligence sector, the oil and gas sector. They're in the acquisitions business. I like it. I think it's undervalued, underappreciated, underexposed. I'm going to continue to bring you their news. I'm going to continue to explain to you why I think this company has huge potential. And don't be surprised if you see the stock at $1 one day and you can look back and say, man, Rich, you were right again. Man, Rich, you're right again. How do you do it, Rich? Well, this is what we do best. Now, guys, go to www.richtvlive.com. We got all the information you need there. And when you look at stocks, we got 12 different tabs. We got a quote tab, a news tab, analyst tab, close prices tab, trades tab, chart tab, company tab, corporate events tab, share info tab, key ratios tab, filings tab, and earnings tab. So every time you go and put in a company, you type in their name, all the stock symbols in Canada, the US, and the warrants will pop up. And then you got 12 different tabs to learn about that stock in one website. You don't got to go to 5 websites to learn about a company anymore. All you got to do is go to richtvlive.com. It's true. It's your boy Rich from Rich TV Live. Thank you for watching. Scott says California is looking by passing a bill requiring all cars be electric by 2040. That's big. Oh my goodness. Could you imagine? That is crazy. I can't even imagine. Thank you guys for watching. Universal mCloud Corp. I think it's going to be a big winner. MCLD in Canada. MCLDF in America. Thank you for watching. This is your boy Rich from Rich TV Live, and I'll talk to you soon. See you later.